sometimes over the course of a conversation, they'll tell me 2 separate scenarios, and then I'll go with what I think is best. But then on the next call, because I didn't write down a specific note for them, I'm going in a different direction than them. So I think organization is definitely one of the aspects I need to improve on, right? And
what calendar system are you using right now?
You're talking like through BV or through Outlook or
whatever?
Well, for me, for now, what I'm doing, so for instance, Monday, the calls are coming in, a lot. So the way I was running it is if they allowed me to run a full application, I wrote down their LTV, credit score, and then what I was trying to do is assess when they're available, right? And you get some people who are like, an hour from now, I can't talk at that time, what about this evening? And then kind of setting up the calls accordingly, right, for that day. So that was the inbound calls that I had for the day. On the middle row, I had, current clients, so locked to elevations, and then also people who were Credit Karma but didn't let me pull their apps, text messaging them, those are kind of the second phase of who I look to reach out to. And then on the right-hand side, I have clients who don't allow me to pull credit and don't even reach back out to me or callbacks, things of that nature. So,
are you guys experiencing that too, somewhat?
Yeah. Especially like the last couple of days with the influx of calls. Because I've also had, like, not only just the leads, but like, people I talked to the last 2 weeks are all of a sudden coming back like, hey, I heard rates dropped. Can we relook at this?
Okay, good.
And so like, I'm getting dialers and emails and calls from like past people that, so.
It's like a fire hose in your face.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like that yesterday.
Missed calls and CSRs reaching out, hey, this client wants to reach back out to
you.
And then like, you don't remember every file, so I'll pull it up. I'm like, dude, I don't even got a loan for this guy. Like, where's the client?
And then clients that just funded that are reaching out. So you have like this trifecta or quadfecta, whatever. Literally anybody with the pulse is reaching back out.
So you could use it to your advantage, obviously, but I would say probably the best way is prioritizing the deal, right? And so when you're engaging with these people, you could tell if they're interactive or it's not really there, right? And so there are a couple ways that you can kind of test their pulse, from a simple saying, hey, I just want to make sure I got your email correct. I'm gonna send you an email. It's gonna say my information in the subject line. Do me a favor, reply back right when you get it. And so if they never reply back, then you kind of get an idea of whether or not you kind of, made it concrete. Now that advice is going to be helpful right now because we're having a lot of short conversations and a lot of conversations, right? So what I want to do is I want to help you guys become so efficient where you don't necessarily need to have a lot of conversations. At the end of the day, we're here for one reason, and it's to make a sale. So you got to solidify one of those conversations. And it comes down to really prioritizing it, meaning you're not only going based on the benefit, but also the connection you'd had with the borrower. And the key thing is to practice until you can have that type of connection with anyone you talk to, regardless of what the size of benefit is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And why that's helpful is because when this market passes and the rates go up, those are the habits that are going to keep you relevant and paid. Because even if you're saving $25, you still got that connection where you're building a plan for them that not only handles this need, but handles the need 5 years and 10 years and 15 years from now.